could have used a less aggressive tone. Even if it makes me physically ill that my best friend has bought a white painting, I found another way to put it to him. I have to be nicer to him. From now on, I'm on my best behavior.
Feel like a laugh?
Go on.
Vaughn liked the entries.
Where is it?
Want another look?
Let me see it.
I knew you'd come around. Vaughn got it right away. All right, look, it's just a picture. You don't get bogged down into life's too short. By the way, have you read this? Read it. It's a masterpiece. It's incredible. Read that and you don't need to read anything else. The office, the hospital, Francois, who's now decreed that I should see the children every weekend, which is something new for Francois. Notion that children actually need a father. I don't have time to read anymore. I'm obliged to go straight for the essentials.
Yeah. As in painting, where you've ingeniously eliminated form and color. Those old chestnuts.
Yes. Although I'm still capable of appreciating more figurative work, like your Flemish number. It's very restful.
What's Flemish about it? It's a view of Carcassonne.
Yes, but I mean it's slightly Flemish in style. Window, view. In any case, it's very pretty.
It's not worth everything, you know that.
What difference does that make? Anyways, in a few years, God knows if the entry house will be worth anything.
You know, I've been thinking, and I changed my mind. The other day, driving across town, I was thinking about it. And I said to myself, isn't there deep down something really poetic about what Sarah just done? Isn't surrendering to this incoherent urge to buy simply an authentically poetic impulse?
You're very conciliatory today. I recognize it. What is this bland, submissive tone? It doesn't suit you.
No, I'm trying to explain. I am apologizing.
Apologize? What for?
I'm too thin-skinned. I'm too high-strung. I overreact. You could say I lack judgment.
Read Seneca.
That's it. You see, for instance, you say, read Seneca, and I could have easily gotten it. I'm quite capable of being really annoyed by you saying in the course of our conversation, read Seneca. Just absurd of me.
No, it's not absurd. Really? No, because you felt you could identify a kind of...
No, I didn't say I was annoyed. I said
you said you could easily...
Yes, I could have easily...
annoyed. And I understand that. Because when I say read Seneca, you thought you could identify a kind of superiority. You say you lack judgment, and my answer is read Seneca. It's obnoxious.
It is a little.
Having said that, it's true that you lack judgment, because I didn't say read Seneca. I said read Seneca.
You're right. You're right.
The fact of the matter is, you quite simply lost your sense of humor.
Probably.
You've lost your sense of humor, Mark. You really have lost your sense of humor. When I was talking to Bob the other day, we both agreed that you had lost your sense of humor. Where the hell is he? He's incapable of being on time. It's infuriating. This is the end.
Yvonne thinks I lost my sense of humor.
Yvonne agrees with you. Recently, you somewhat lost your sense of humor, yes.
The other day, when we saw each other, he said he liked your painting very much. And then I lost my sense of humor.
Oh, yes, that really painted very much. And he meant it. What's that you're reading?
Ignatia.
Oh, you believe in homeopathy now?
I don't believe in it.
Didn't you think Yvonne had lost a lot of weight?
So she.
Wedding, eating away. there, or there. It's too ostentatious.
What are you doing, Frank?
No. Why not? It's not supposed to be.
Is that right?
No, the artist doesn't want it to be. It mustn't be interrupted. It's already in its setting. Look. See?
What is that? A piece of tape?
No, it's a kind of craft paper made up by an artist.
It's funny the way you say the artist.
What else am I supposed to say?
It's easy, the artist. And you could say the painter or whatever his name is. Andrews.
Yes, so?
Well, you say the artist is to be some sort of a... Anyway, it doesn't. What are we seeing now? Let's see if we can move a little something.
It's 8 o'clock, everything will be started. I can't imagine how this man, who has nothing whatsoever to do, am I right, manages to be late every single time. Where the fuck is he?
Just eat dinner.
It's 5 after 8. You said we would leave between 7 and half past. What do you mean the way I say the artist?
I was going to say something stupid.
Go on.
Well, you say the artist. He's some unattainable being. The artist. Some sort of god.
Well, for me, he is a god. You don't think I would have forked over a fortune for mere mortal, do you?
Nah.
Now, I went to the Pompidou on Monday. Do you know how many Antrioses they had at the Pompidou? 3. 3 Antrioses at the Pompidou.
Amazing.
Mine's as good as any of them. If not better. Listen, I have a suggestion. Let's give Ivan exactly 3 more minutes and just get the hell out of here. I found this great new place. Leaving school.
Are you so jumpy?
I'm not jumpy.
Yes, you're jumpy.
I'm not jumpy. Alright, I'm jumpy. I'm jumpy because this slackness is intolerable. This inability to practice any kind of self-discipline.
Fact is, I'm getting on your nerves, and you're taking it out on poor Yvonne.
What do you mean, poor Yvonne? You shitting me? If you're not getting on my nerves, why should you be getting on my nerves? He's getting on my nerves. It's true. He's getting on my nerves. Ingratiating tone of voice. Smile behind every word. It's as if he's forcing himself to be pleasant. Don't be pleasant. Whatever you do not be pleasant. Could be the Andrews? Could buying the Andrews have triggered this feeling of constraint between us? Buying something without his approval. Screw his approval. Screw your approval, Mark.
Could it be the Antrios? Buying the Antrios? No. No, it started some time ago. To be precise, it started on the day we were discussing some work of art, and you uttered, quite seriously, the word deconstruction. It wasn't so much the word deconstruction that upset me, it was the air of solemnity you imbued it with. You said, humorously, unapologetically, without a trace of irony, the word deconstruction. You, my friend. I didn't know the best way to handle the situation, so I made this throwaway remark. I said, ugh, I guess I must be getting intolerant in my old age. And your response was, who do you think you are? What makes you so high and mighty? What gives you the right to set yourself apart? Serge responded in the shittiest possible way, and totally unexpectedly. You're just Mark. What makes you think you're so special? That day I should have punched him right in the mouth. And when he was lying there on the ground, half dead, I should have said to him, you're supposed to be my friend. What sort of friend are you, Serge? If you don't think your friends are special. Mayonnaise food, you said? A little heavy, isn't it? A little fatty on those sausages. What do you think?
12 minutes. Passing.
So, a crisis! Major problem! Insoluble crisis! Both stepmothers want the names on the invitation. She wanted, and her stepmother is not anticipating, which is understandable since the mother is dead, not appearing next to Catherine's father. Whereas my stepmother, whom I detest, it's out of the question her name should appear on the invitation, but my father won't have his name on it if hers isn't, unless Catherine's stepmother is left off, which is completely unacceptable. I suggested none of the parents' names be on the invitation. So, Catherine screamed her head off, arguing it would be a slap in the face to her parents who had been paying through the nose for this reception, particularly her stepmom, who had gone to so much trouble to bring her up when she wasn't even her daughter. And I finally let myself be persuaded, because she wore me down. I finally agreed that Catherine, whom I detest, who is a complete bitch, will have her name on the invitation. So I telephoned my mother to warn her. I said, Mother, I've done absolutely everything I can do, but we have no choice. Colette's name has to appear on the invitation. If Colette's name is on the invitation, take mine off. I said to her, Mother, please, I beg you, don't be difficult. How dare you suggest that my name be left to float around the court on its own as if it were some abandoned woman below Colette, who would be clamped onto your father's name like a limpet. Mother, I said, please, I beg you, I have friends waiting for me. I'm going to hang up and we'll discuss all this tomorrow. What is it? I'm always an afterthought. What are you talking about, Mother? You're not always an afterthought. Of course I am when you say things like, don't make it difficult. What you mean is, everything's already been planned. Everything's already been decided. Everything's already been cooked up behind my back. Good old Nadia. She'll agree to anything. And all this, get this, she said, in aid of an event, the importance of which I'm having trouble grasping. Mother, I have friends waiting for me. Oh, that's right! Anyone's better than I am. Anything's more important than me. Goodbye. And she hung up. Catherine, who was on the other line, who hadn't heard her side of the conversation, said, well, what did she say? I said, nothing. She just doesn't want her name on the invitation. No, I'm not talking about that. What did she say about the wedding? Nothing. You're lying. I'm not. I promise you, she just doesn't want her name on the invitation with Colette. You tell her that when your son's getting married, you rise above their family. You could say the same thing to your stepmother. I've got nothing to do with it. Listen. You tell her it's me, Catherine Shaw. It's me. I'm the one who's insisting her name's on the invitation. It's not her, poor thing. She's tact personified. If she had any idea of the trouble this was causing me, she'd be down on her knee, begging to be taken off the invitation. So call your mother! So I called my mother, and now I'm in the shreds. Catherine's listening on the other line. Your mom, my mother says, up to now you've conducted your affairs in the most chaotic way imaginable. And just because, out of the blue, you decide to embark on matrimony, I find myself obliged to spend all an evening with your father, a man whom I hadn't seen for 17 years, and to whom I was not expecting to share my hip size and my puppy cheeks, not to mention Colette, who, by the way, I may tell you, has taken up bridge. My mother always played bridge. I can see all that can't be helped, but on the invitation, the one thing that everyone is going to receive and examine, I insist on making a solo appearance! Catherine, who's listening on the extension, shakes her head and screws her face up in disgust. Mother, I said, why are you being so selfish? I'm not selfish! I'm not selfish, Yvonne! You're not going to start on me too. You're not going to be like Madame Romero this morning and tell me I have a heart of stone. That everyone in our family has a heart of stone. That's what Madame Romero said to me this morning. She's gone completely insane, Mom. When I refused to raise her pay 60 francs She hung up. Nothing's been resolved. Mini trouble with Captain, cut short, because I was late.
Why do you let yourself be fucked over by all the women?
Why do I let myself be screwed over by all these women? I don't know, because they're insane.
You've lost weight.
A little. 10 pounds, purely through stress.
Read Seneca.
Oh. The happy life. What's he got to say?
It's a masterpiece.
Oh?
He hasn't read it.
Oh.
No, Serge just told me it was a masterpiece.
I said it was a masterpiece because it is a masterpiece.
Right.
It is a masterpiece.
Why are you getting annoyed?
You seem to be insinuating that I use the word masterpiece any chance that I get.
Not at all.
You said the word in a kind of sarcastic way.
Not at all.
Yes, the word masterpiece.
Is
And
he
a kind of
crazy? Not at all. However, when you use the word, you qualified it by saying incredibly modern.
Yes, so?
You said incredibly modern, as if modern was the highest compliment you could give. As if when describing something you couldn't think of anything more admirable, more profoundly admirable than modern.
So?
So nothing. Oh, please note that I made no mention of the word incredible. Incredibly modern.
Me today.
You're not going to fight. That would just about finish me off.
So you don't think it's extraordinary that a man wrote nearly 2,000 years ago so completely up to date?
No, of course not. That's the definition of classic.
You're just playing with words.
So what are we going to do? I guess we can forget about the movies. You want to go eat? I'm sorry.
Serge tells me you're very taken with these people.
Yes, I am taken with it, kind of. You're not, I gather?
No.
Let's go.
Serge has a very tempting recommendation. Mayonnaise.
You think the food's too fatty?
I think we're a little bit on the fatty side, but we'll give it a shot.
No, if you think the food's too fatty, we'll go somewhere
No,
else.
let's give it a shot.
Go to the restaurant if you think you'll like it. If not, then we won't. You like mayonnaise food?
Do whatever you like.
He'll do whatever you like. Whatever you like, he'll always do.
What's the matter with you? Something must have gotten into you.
You know, he's right. Once in a while, you could have me on your own.
Listen, if you think you're going to use me as your punching bag, I've had enough. I'm out of here, thank you.
Where's your sense of humor, Don?
What? Where's your sense of humor? Get up. Where's my sense of humor? Are you trying to be funny? Where's my sense of humor? I don't see anything to laugh at here.
Recently, you somewhat lost your sense of humor. You better watch that, believe me. What's the matter with you? Don't you think recently I also somewhat lost my sense of humor? Oh, I see.
All right, that's enough. Let's just make a decision. Tell you the truth, I'm not being hungry.
Both of you are acting very sinister.
You want my opinion about your problem?
Go on!
In my opinion, the most hysterical of them all is Catholic. By far.
No question.
If you're already letting yourself be fucked over by her, then you're in for a hideous future.
What can I do?
Cancel it?
Cancel the wedding.
He's right.
But I can't. Why not? Because I can't, that's all. It's all been arranged. I've only been working in the stationery business for a month.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, it's her uncle's stationery business. He had no need to take on anyone new, much less someone who's only ever worked in textiles.
Do whatever you want. I told you what I think.
Serge, I don't mean to be rude, but you're not necessarily the person I come to for matrimonial advice. You can't claim to have been a great success in that field.
Precisely.
Okay. I know Catherine's hysterical. She has her points. There are certain crucial qualities you need when marrying a man like me. Where are you going to put it?
I haven't decided yet.
Why don't you put it there?
It's there. It will be wiped out by the sunlight.
You know, I found it today at the store. We ran off 500 posters by a guy who paints flowers, totally white, on a white canvas.
The Antreos is not white.
No, of course not. I was just saying.
You think this painting's not white?
Not entirely, no.
Well, then what colors are
There's various colors. Gray, yellows, and some slightly yes, I'm moved by this color.
You're spineless, Vaughn. You have no substance. You know what I mean?
Why are you attacking me?
Because he's a little ass kisser. He's obsequious. He's dazzled by money, dazzled by what he believes to be culture. As you know, culture is something absolutely pissed.
What has gotten into you?
I'm good to Yvonne. In front of me. In front of me, Yvonne.
What do you mean in front of you? What do you mean in front of you? Yes, I find these colors touching. If it's all the same to you, stop wanting to control it.
How could you say in front of me that you find these colors touching?
Because it's the truth.
The truth. You find these colors touching.
Yes, I find these colors touching.
You find these colors touching, Yvonne.
He finds these colors touching. He's perfectly entitled to.
No, he's not entitled to.
He's not.
He's not entitled to.
I'm not entitled.
No.
Why is he not entitled to? You know, I don't think you're very good.
He's not entitled to say that he finds these colors touching because he doesn't.
I don't find these colors touching.
There are no colors! You can't see them and you don't find them touching.
You speak for yourself.
This is really demeaning.
Who do you think you are, Mark? I mean, who are you to legislate? You don't like anything. You despise everyone. You take pride in not being a man of your time.
What is that supposed to be? Man of my time.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I've put up with enough of your tantrum. I'm leaving.
Look, don't go. You're not going to start taking offense, are you? If you go, you're just getting into him. A man of his time is someone who lives in his own time.
Bullshit. How can a man live in any other time but his own? Answer me that.
A man of his time is someone who it can be said, 20 years or 100 years' time, who is representative of his era.
To what end?
To what end?
Well, what use is it to me if someday somebody says that I was a representative of my era?
Listen, sweetheart, I'm not talking about you, okay? You can imagine such a thing. We don't give a fuck about you. And at this time, trying to explain to you that most people you admire is someone who makes some kind of contribution to the human race. Man of his time doesn't assume that the entire history of art has come to an end with some pseudo-Flemish view of Cavignon. Same thing. Man of his time places part in the fundamental dynamic of evolution.
That's a good thing that you do.
It's not good or bad. I always have been bored. It's just the way things are.
Well, you, for example, you play a part in the fundamental dynamic of evolution.
I do. What about Bob?
Surely not. What part can an amoeba play?
In his way, Yvonne is a man of his time.
You can tell by that motel painting he has hanging on his wall.
It's not a motel painting.
It is.
It is not!
Yvonne represents way of life. Way of thinking. It's completely wrong. So do you. I'm sorry, but you're a typical man of your time. And in fact, the harder you try not to be, the more you are. Now,
So, what's the problem here?
there is no problem. Except for you. Because you take pride in your desire to shut yourself off from humanity, and you'll never manage to. Like you're in quicksand. Why do you struggle with that? You're saying. Now, apologize to Yvonne.
Yvonne's a cat.
Bravo.
Wasn't a good idea to see each other tonight, was it? Maybe I should get to it.
Maybe. You're the coward attacking someone who's incapable of defending himself, as you well know.
You're right. When you put it like that, it makes me feel even worse. The thing is, all of a sudden, I have no idea what binds me to Yvonne. I mean, I have no idea what our relationship consists of.
Ron has always been what he is.
It's always been eccentric, kind of absurd. It was always unstable, but his eccentricity was disarming.
What about me?
What about it?
Do you have any idea what binds you to me?
That's a question that could take us down very low.
Lead on.
Sorry that I upset you.
Ah, at last, you said something approximately human. What makes it worse is that motel painting he has hanging on his wall. was, I'm afraid, painted by his father.
Was? Shit.
Yes.
No, but you said it too.
Yes, but I remembered as soon as I said it.
Your mom returns. The elevator was full. I plunged down the stairs, clattering all the way, and thinking to myself, Howard, and me, no substance. I said, I'll come back with a gun, and I'll blow his head off. Then he'll see how spineless and obsequious I am. And I got to the lobby, and I said to myself, listen, pal, you haven't been in therapy for 6 years to wind up shooting your best friend. And you haven't been in therapy for 6 years without realizing that some deep anxiety must be behind his insane aggression. So I made up to myself, telling myself that enough the penitential stare. This is a cry for help. I have to help more if it's the last thing I do. In fact, the other day I discussed you both with Mom.
You discussed us with Finkel's on?
I discussed everything with
No, I
Mom.
forbid you from discussing that asshole.
You're in no position to forbid me anything.
Why exactly were you discussing us?
I knew your relationship was under restraint, and I wanted Finkelbaum to explain.
And what did the bastard say?
Actually, he said something kind of amusing.
They're allowed to give their opinions?
No, they never give their opinions. They never gave their opinions. But this time he did give his opinion. He even made a gesture, and he never makes gestures. He's always cold. I sometimes say to him, for God's sake, move around a little.
What did he say?
Who's a fuck?
What did he
I mean,
say?
what possible interest could we have in what he said?
Because I want to know what the bastard said, alright? Shit.
You want to know?
You took notes.
It was complicated, so I wrote it down. Should I read it?
Go on.
If I'm who I am, because I'm who I am, and you're who you are, because you're who you are, then I'm who I am, and you're who you are. Now, if, on the other hand, I'm who I am because you're who you are, and if you're who you are because I'm who I am, then I'm not who I am, and you're not who you are. How much do you pay this man? 400 francs a session, twice a week.
Great. You're really lucky to be getting the benefit of this man's experience.
Oh, absolutely. We really appreciate it if you make it count.
You're wrong. It's very profound.
Look, if it's because of him you come up here to turn the other cheek,